Hello and welcome to another first Descendant video, another gun build with the cores unlocked. Actually, I have two guns today. So in the game currently, as of the second update of season 2, we have two ultimate handguns. So if you look in the weapon list, handgun, we have two of these. We have the final masterpiece and we have the last dagger. Now I don't recall like seeing anybody use the last dagger or talking about it. So I decided to check it out and put the core here and unlock it. Final masterpiece, I had already made a build, so I only needed to tweak a little bit with the core. So first, let's look at the final masterpiece because I expect most of you have built this gun or something. So a quick look at the build here. What I have done is the standard stuff. Let's actually look at the base weapon specs. So the gun has decent crit hit rate at 20%. Crit damage is 2 times. A little low on the accuracy, decent weak point. Attribute is 5.26, nothing great here. Base attack is 11,164. Fire rate is 500, which is decent, not the best, but we can increase it a little. And it has 20 bullets at base. So the build here, rifling reinforcement, action and reaction. Where is action? Over here. I think this comes by default. Then we have fire rate, we have ammo, we have the critical hit rate, critical hit damage, and another critical hit damage, the concentration priority. We do lose 30% reload with this. We have an element in the form of chill, and I've also added aiming compensation to improve the accuracy, as you can see, so that we get 100% accuracy. And this gun has decent weak point, so I decided to put some weak point in here as well. Now, as for the weapon options or the roles, I went with firearm attack, critical hit rate, critical hit damage, and I chose bonus firearm attack versus Legion of Darkness. Now, the reason for this is if you look at the core options, we have that purple role, that faction damage. And I thought since this gun has a fixed chill attribute now, if you see at the top, they have given this gun a fixed chill attribute. I decided to lean into that and make it around chill. And the Legion of Darkness, the one that you find in the Void Vessel, for example, those guys are weak to chill. So it's combining both those things and making this gun very good against that faction. So I could have used chill here as well instead of bonus firearm attack versus Legion of Darkness. However, using this faction bonus, I can make use of the purple core, because otherwise if you don't have bonus firearm attack versus Legion of Darkness over here, you cannot put it in the special augmentation round because it doesn't work otherwise. So I went with that. We have the firearm attack, so I went with firearm attack. The free slot, I also put more firearm attack. More power is always good. We have an element in the blue core, so I went with chill, again adding more chill. And in the tactical one, the green one, I put rounds per magazine, and I only had a core 6, so we got 59. If you have a core 7, you can go all the way up to 78, giving you a lot more ammo. So with all of this, let me switch over to the final masterpiece. We have 41 bullets in the gun, and yeah, it's pretty good. Now, as you may remember, the unique ability of this gun is the different elements. So every time you reload, you get a different element. Okay, so for example, we are getting fire here. Okay, we reload, we're getting chill, we reload, we're getting electric, reload, we're getting toxic. Okay, so we are using all those abilities. So this is one of the reasons why I went with the one reload, one ammo mod, because we have expand weapon charge, and I did not put a second one because we're getting a lot of ammo from the rounds per magazine core here, and also I do want to reload a little more frequently so that I can take advantage of all the different elements here. And now the gun is doing pretty decent damage as well. So if you look at this here, 30,500 firearm attack, chill is almost 20,000. And why are we seeing electric? Oh, maybe I put electric in the inversion here. Yeah. So if we put chill here as well, we get even more, I suppose. See, chill is here. If we, did we select chill? Or did we select just chill? So do we get this activated when we shoot the enemy? Let's see. I hadn't even paid attention to that. Yeah, 33,000 chill attack. So yeah, pretty good now. And plus it's a decent fast firing handgun. It's light. I had this mounted on bunnies simply because of the movement benefit. Now with the changes to like some of the guns getting movement benefits, we can increase this with any gun, even with the Enduring Legacy. You can get like a speed boost if you wanted. But this movement stuff, this will be still better on smaller guns. Okay, so that was a quick look at the final masterpiece. Let's look at the last dagger. Now the last dagger got some very interesting cores, so I decided to build this up. Now this gun has a very interesting unique ability. Let me just talk about that. So base critical rate isn't good, base damage is decent, fire rate is better than the final masterpiece, base stat with ammo is a bit low, it's only 12, reload is good, and so on. Weak point is better, aiming is better. Now, the unique ability here is when you defeat an enemy, you get something called patience, and patience basically increases your crit rate until you get 5 stacks, and then you have max patience. You get firearm attack goes up, and then you get a big burst. You lose all your stacks, and then you stun enemies. So I'm not a fan of the stacks going away, but I do like the different elements, not the elements, the crit rate going up. So let me get these some vulgars in here. So if we have a look here, 13.74 based on the build I have. So this is the build here. Rifling reinforcement, action and reaction, concentration priority, better concentration. I'm putting more crit damage because we can get crit rate from the unique ability. Toxic here, concentrate support ammo, expand weapon charge, focus fire to get more weak point damage, fire rate up, and insight focus again to get critical hit rate and damage, mostly damage, but yeah, it works. So let me show you. So before I begin, 1374 is the crit rate. Okay, this guy is down, 30.91. Next, you're up to 48. 2 down, 3 down, 65, 82. Yeah, I got 2 of them. Oh, we dropped again. Basically, what happens is when you get the 5th one, the gun loses all the stacks because it does like a huge burst damage. Let me show you that. Because the gun just has insane recoil and it just sways wildly. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch this. You can see I just lose control of the gun. It just goes wildly. And then we lose all the stacks. But you can get the stacks up to 100% at the 5th one. So that is the unique ability of the gun. So that's why I put more mods to increase the crit damage. And the result is we are getting 7 times the crit damage. Now, as far as the options and the roles, what I did was I put firearm attack, critical hit damage. I did not put critical hit rate simply because we can get the crit rate up. And then toxic because I wanted an element. This gun did not get a fixed element, unlike the final masterpiece. So I went with the status attribute trigger rate because the status attribute is decent on this. By default, it is 8.33. So I added a little more, bringing it up to 10%. So that is pretty good. And then what I did was it has 1 free slot and 2 firearm cores. So I went with 3 firearm cores just to increase the damage as much as I can because again, it doesn't have the element. And then in the 2 green ones, I put just rounds per magazine just to increase the ammo because by default it only has 12. It has 12 by default, so I wanted to add more ammo. So we are again bringing it to a respectable level of 39. And remember, if you are using the Slayer set, which I'm not using right now, you'll get a further 3. Now I've gone in both cases against putting a rounds per magazine option on the gun because you only get 3 or 4 bullets, maybe 3 here, maybe 2 over there. So I did not see the point adding the green cores with the rounds per magazine. We are getting a lot more. Look at this. We are getting 18 bullets with the 2 cores at level 7. We may be able to do even more. So around 35-40 with the gun like this. It makes it more usable. You can use it. Also, I like the reload animation on this gun. That's pretty cool. So yeah, again, these are not the guns that typically I would rush to build first, but I have done the Secret Garden, I've done the Enduring Legacy, I've done Thunder Cage, and so I've done the main guns that I use. So I was just curious trying out other guns, but I was using the Final Masterpiece even before. And now you can just shoot enemies, and the smallest enemies, the minions that you normally run into, you can take care of them quite comfortably with the unique ability as well, adding different elements. And this gun here has just good power. Let me actually show you the power at the end. 30,000 here and 10,000 toxic, because again we don't have toxic rolls or things like that. We only have one toxic mod here, and we added toxic attribute on the weapon option. You can in the free slot maybe add more toxic if you wanted, but I put firearm attack because again I got it 25% straight away. You can play around and add maybe the toxic there because you have one free slot, but I wanted to put as much power into the gun as I could. And yeah, so this is the result. And yeah, I'm very happy with this. Both guns are a lot more usable. And I have a mounting for a handgun anyway on this gun. I had put it there earlier because of Bunny. So I can just use this as like the gun that I'm running around with. And then if I really need something heavy, I can switch over to the Enduring Legacy or something. So yeah, I think both guns are pretty good now. You can use them. Like I said, with the Final Masterpiece, you can build it around a specific enemy faction that is weak to a specific, element. So for example, with the Final Masterpiece, I went with chill damage. The Legion of Darkness are weak to chill, so I put Legion of Darkness stuff as well. So that makes it very strong against those guys. So Void Vessel and things like that, you can run around, shoot at them comfortably, and just have a good time with this gun. So those are the builds for the two handguns in the game, Final Masterpiece and the Last Dagger. I'll just quickly show you the builds again. So this is the Final Masterpiece build, 871 DPS, insane number. And rolls, I have firearm attack, bonus firearm attack against Legion of Darkness, critical hit rate, critical hit damage, standard stuff. In the cores, I went with 2 firearm attack, 1 chill, 1 rounds per magazine, 1 bonus firearm attack versus Legion of Darkness. If you're not using the Legion of Darkness on the weapon option, then you can leave this blank because it's not going to do anything unless you have the roll there. With this one, I have more of a crit damage build. I did not put too many crit rate mods. So for example, better insight, I did not put it here because we will get a boost to the crit rate with the unique ability. Just add more crit damage and weak point damage here. And the rolls here, firearm attack, critical hit damage, attribute, toxic attack. And then for the cores, it's simple, 3 firearm attack, 2 rounds per magazine, making it a respectable gun. Let's see what the DPS number is, 727. So not bad. So yeah, that's it. That's a look at 2 handguns, the 2 ultimate handguns in the game with their cores unlocked. This is my build, my preference. Let me know what you think and if you use any of these guns. Thank you for watching. See you next time.